I've been trying to like coerce, well, I know, humorously, not legitimately coerce, like, the Powell Peralta current rider team to skate in my hometown, particularly on the Andy Anderson. Yeah, good luck. But no, they're the skateboarders. Nice. And I was thinking how difficult it would be to culturally mediate nice people from California into Ireland. And like, I was like, how do I explain this? Like, how to, in Hot Fuzz, I don't know if it's a British comedy movie. You probably haven't. It's a bit kind of slapsticky, but in Hot Fuzz, you realize at the end that people are being murdered all over the place, in quite secret places, away from the public. Snuffed and murdered. Hoodie kids that wore hoodies. Well, you can't have children wearing hoodies because Miss O'Brien is afraid of the hoodies. And wouldn't Miss O'Brien not get down to get the salmon for the Sunday dinner? And if Miss O'Brien didn't feed Michael for the Sunday dinner, then the farms would be affected. And Jesus, if the farms affected, would that be as good? So we killed all the hoodies in town for the greater good. Ireland is very much like this. There's a lot of snuffing kids and madness and but for the sake of very, 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 very much, I'm trying to warn them about minor public offences. So I was going to bring them like skating down through my hometown village, and I was just thinking we'd probably get killed very quickly. We'd probably get like a shot or attacked for making a noise or drawing attention to themselves. I was thinking some people might come over and start talking to them and say, yeah, remember pro skateboarders, yeah. And it's like, do you know Tony Hawks? Do you? Do you know Tony Hawks? And they're like, yeah, no, I'm actually sponsored by Birdhouse. It's his company. I do. And then they'd all be kept hostages. That all of the Powell Peralta team would be taken hostage by the IRA. And there'd be phone calls to Tony Hawks. We have your friends. We have your friends. So I was thinking, it's like, don't tell them you know Tony Hawk. Just don't tell them. And don't tell them you have money in your pockets. You know, what you want to say is like you're persecuted refugees from a really backward state in America where you can't skateboard, and the Irish government has brought you here to be happy and skate free. And they're like, oh, they're probably, oh, that's lovely, oh, that's nice, yeah, keep skating, hippie, man. But just don't tell them you know Tony Hawk. They will capture you in balaclavas, take you aside and hold you at gunpoint and say, have your friends, Tony. How much you're willing to pay for your friends? Oh, they say they know you very well. Birdhouse, is it? Birdhouse? Yeah, we know all about your birdhouse, Mr. Hawk. Um, yeah, cultural advice on living in Ireland or being in Ireland. Great thing about skateboarding a bit is you can stay still in Ireland for about 10 minutes, 10, 15, or even 20 minutes. You will be attacked, or you start to conspire attack around you for standing in the, which is really great when you have a really crappy national bus service. It's all got done up recently. It's all got suddenly got done up recently because there was so much trouble of people standing around for hours waiting for the bus that never showed up, and lots of fights and aggro and people waiting at bus stops get angry, and all the kids are on crack. I missed 10 years ago in Ireland. 10, 15 years ago in Ireland, it was on marijuana. It was great. It was a beautiful time, and it was all about the grass and the best grass you could get. There's heroin's always in everywhere around the world. Really, heroin is kind of always there, and you want to keep it low. But it was all just marijuana. Bad lads buying ounces and playing their PlayStations. Sitting around playing PlayStations, smoking bongs, smoking joints, ordering pizza. Now they're all selling the PlayStations for the crack. Oh, sell everything, man. Sell everything. And I was with a friend. I'm not going to tell you his name. anyway, anyway, he was just tearing into a big old rock, wasn't he? And he's like, "No, I'm fine." He's like, "No, really, no, I'm fine. I'm mostly fine. I just have to let you know, man. I get extremely violent on this stuff." Like, awesome, man. Thanks, appreciate the. Or love you, man. Just let you know before it hits you in. I really love you, man. Anyway, yeah, surviving Ireland in these times. So it's all guns and cracks and kids and gigs and kids and gangs. Because there's not a basketball hoop in my own hometown. And there's massive amounts of housing and development, and there's not even a basketball hoop in my town. There's not a football cage. There's not even a football pitch you can really play on. So all the kids are just in little gangs on crack and running around, earning a fiver here and there for stabbing somebody. Earning a fiver, I'll give you a fiver or a tenner off your bill if you stab somebody in the head. And when I got stabbed in the head, actually, I heard some woman in the distance shouting at the lads, "Would you not get a real job?" Because she knew the neighbourhood kind of so well. "Would you not get a real job, you little pups?" Yeah, funny. Well, not really funny, it was scary, actually. I was pumping blood out of it. You know where the pulse is on your head? Thankfully, it wasn't kind of down there. And the pulse is, you got stabbed right there, so I was like... I got called Bloodhead for ages. There's Bloodhead, man. That's Ireland. They give names to things. Or it was Bullethead. I can't remember what it was. I think I snapped it with a bullet kind of bomb. There's Bullethead. Anyway, don't stand in the same place for too long. Which is skateboard. It makes skateboarding kind of good. But skateboarding will draw attention to you of the Irish. And you don't want to draw attention. You want to move slow as a cow. And not to upset the cow herd around you because they might start stampeding. They're like that. Yes. It's worse in Africa, actually. I don't mean to offend Africa, but it's so much comparison sometimes. Okay, I tell you this, guy. You're wearing nice shoes and wearing nice shoes in Ireland. Someone will just come up and take your shoes off you. I'm not messing. Nice shoes. Gives your shoes. Man, you serious? Gives, yeah. Or nice shoes. How much are they worth? And you say something silly like, "Oh, they're like $150, man." Yeah, gives your shoes. And I hear even lads in Ireland, and they can't do anything. It seems like you can't have. That's what I'm saying. You can't have anything. I'm not saying like in Africa you can't have anything to yourself, but kind of like certain parts of Africa, everything belongs to everyone. So it's like, "I want the keyboard. I'm coming around and taking the keyboard today," and you never see it. It's just kind of, it's a different morality and mentality. But we live in the second wealthiest country in the world, where you're not meant to have that extreme amounts of communist socialist mentality where it gives your shoes. But I heard lads in Ireland when someone's like, "Gives your shoes there, mate." I was like, "Oh no, how much are your shoes worth?" I was like, "Fiver." "Oh, you won't miss them then. Gives your shoes." You can't win. Either way, you can't win. Yeah, so don't stand in the same place for too long. Also, stay alert. Yes, stay alert. I just can't. I just thought this is the funniest thing in the world. It is very much the theme of this story, and I just can't stay out of it. A bunch of American tourists get off the train in Tara Street and land in Dublin for the very first time and get robbed by this mob of youngsters. They go to report it, Pier Street Garda Station. This bunch of athletes, jumped out of nowhere. It depends on how you deliver it, but sometimes I've absolutely kicked balls at that joke. It's just these bunch of athletes. Just leapt out of nowhere and ran off down the street. What was I saying? Yeah, stay alert. So people have tried to kill me a few times in Ireland. Loads, actually. I've been killed in Ireland. People have tried to kill me, but I've noticed a little pattern. I would never have thought of this because I probably haven't spent enough time in Clover Hill to learn these kind of things about how to kill somebody. Or like in The Irishman, and he kind of gives you little hints on how to kill somebody. And they're weird little things you wouldn't think about yourself on how to actually kill somebody. Stay alert. Actually, stay alert. If somebody's going to want to try and kill you, well, this is not going to happen to Powell Rider Team just because I've been hanging around Ireland for too long. Stay alert. You'll try to get caught off guard doing something while you are preoccupied. So never let yourself be preoccupied. And this is a weird situation because a lot of people come up to you on the streets in Ireland and ask you for €1 or ask you to use your phone or ask you for this or ask you for that, and you'll be looking in your bag while you're distracted and you'll get smacked in the head while you're distracted. So when I got attacked, I was asked for tobacco and I was looking in my tobacco pouch to weigh out kind of, and when you're sussed and thinking about your tobacco in tobacco land, you're squishing and you're thinking about how much tobacco. I was giving him enough for him and his mate. He was asking me, "Can I have enough for my mate as well?" I was like, "I actually was just giving you enough for bang, hatchet or a clapper bomb or something." I think it was a clappery thing. I think they call it a digger or something in the head over girly gossip. So I was distracted, and that's what I'm saying. There's this other a guard tried to shoot me in the face. When I was reaching for my bag. He was going to lean for my bag and grab, and he tried to do it once, and he tried to do it, and I stopped going for the bag. And then when he went to go for the bag again another time. There's my backpack. You know, right to go near my backpack. Then he caught me off guard the second time and tried to shoot me in the face point blank without warning. And then other times, hopping over a wall. I kind of might have had this earlier on today. Trying to hop over a wall or over a fence because you're preoccupied and balancing on a wall. And it was trying to shoot you off a wall. So killing you at moments that you're preoccupied or distracted because you can't duck or dodge. I probably have been shot or attacked. Like, I remember some guy was trying to not shoot me, but attack me in a way that was totally like shooting, and I jumped towards him. It was interesting. I jumped and rolled towards him, because if you think you're trying to shoot somebody or shoot somebody in a way, if you run away, you know, like a target practice, I can take my time. But if you jump and roll towards them, it's kind of hard to. So yeah, I think that wasn't the Irishman. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the Irishman. If somebody has a gun, you charge them, and if somebody has a knife, knives are stupid for fights, because nobody will notice they're stabbed until 12 hours later. And if you do stab somebody in a fight, it'll probably just kick in the adrenaline really hard, so they actually are on super survival. So I don't see how a knife, unless you could really, like that Bill the Butcher guy, I'm not giving I'm giving Ireland advice on how to kill people, you know, really cause some serious and immediate harm in such a way that you could neutralize a person. I worked in a big factory full of knives, the biggest knives, big steel knives that cut aluminium like butter, all types of cutting machinery, every type of cutting, guillotine, slicing. It was a metal fabrication facility. You can see how ripped up my hands were from working with all the sheet metal. I respect, as I call them Pokemon, the HM cut, and I really hate seeing knives used as weapons. I absolutely hate seeing knives used as weapons. They're not weapons, they're HMs. TMs are the weapons used. But yeah, there's scummy, trashy, horrible little things to be carrying around. What else have we got for the Powell Rider Team on our cultural mediation event? You don't let them know you have money. Act impoverished and persecuted, and you're here to escape persecution. And you know, they might wave you away. Ironically, I'm trying to escape persecution. I'm going to move away to like England, and they'll love me in England. Oh, so I couldn't stand the Irishman. The negativity. I hate the horrible negativity of everything. You know, it's just like prick, bunny, bang, cunt, fucking chick, fuck, boredom, gossip, murdering. Banshees of Inisherin was made about this kind of thing as well. Gossip. Oh, Jesus, tell Mr. Gossip there, Mrs. I'll tell you the gossip I've been going through the post. You know, I mean. And I heard young old Mickey O'Brien died there up in the Lego chair. Isn't it terrible, Mr. Garda? Ah, he was a prick. Little gobshite. Probably deserved to drown. And the guard was drowning the kids. And again, like I said, in Hot Fuzz, you know, drowning his own kids up in the lake. He was a little gobshite. Deserved to be drowned. Oh, no, Mr. O'Brien. Tell you that? What? So anyway, yeah. Although I might get the whole town shut down. Because I'm working on spots. I keep looking at spots and I can say, oh, I want Wilcox to jump into there. It's this nice kind of smooth plateau. And there's a tree bonk into some really rough old town. And there's some like cool bits. And hill bombs. We did a school bomb. Hill bombs. Loads of hill bombs. And looking into... I'd actually kind of maybe bring them up to... I'm not getting all romantic about it. Glendalough. Because they resurfaced the roads up around Glendalough lately. And you could do a really psycho scenic hill bomb. In fairness to that hill bomb, it's surrounded by lots of gorse and mountains, but it's very soft, rollable gorse. You probably get pretty fucked up if you fell into it, but at the same time, it's really cool hill bombing surrounded by very squidgy Irish terrain. If you're actually walking in like Irish fields that haven't been walked on, they're very super squidgy. For the fairies, you know, because they like dancing on the squidgy. So it's actually kind of might be pretty. You won't get killed, you know. Well, if you hit a rock, maybe. Oh, yeah, there's loads of places I'm thinking about bringing them. North Dublin or out Park West. You know, there's loads of plazas and crap out there that just there's no people around. I like skating when there's no people around. And there's probably like some security guard that doesn't know how to deal with skaters, and they'll be way friendlier. They'll probably offer you drugs. Um, uh, yeah, loads of big plazas because they just have really nice cements and marbles and rails that have never been touched and kind of stuff. Uh, yeah, so my cultural advice is don't go to Ireland. We're all gentrified and leaving. I'm going to England. Um, yeah, so surviving in Ireland. Sorry, so some kid earlier on today tried to shoot me when I was jumping over a wall, and I kind of wanted to talk about it. All right, peace out, yo.